What's up, guys? Pronto here, coming at you with NBA 2K12 Kings Association. We're getting into the off season. So right here, we lead the league in points per game. So that tells me right there with our record that we got to improve our defense a lot, because we got to improve our players. We got to get more defensive players because our defense is slacking. If we're getting most points per game, then we are also allowing the most points against us, or else we would be winning basically all the time. So there's a problem there, and we got to work it out during this off season. But getting into the regular season awards, you saw the other ones. Defensive Player of the Year, though, Josh Smith, and of course, because he was a blocking machine, rebounding machine, so he did very good. So we want to keep him around. I was going to keep him around nonetheless. Coach of the Year, Scott Brooks. He got Coach of the Year. It doesn't say their record, which kind of sucks because I didn't really check what their records were at the end of the season. But here you go. These are the All-NBA teams. And I believe, yes, Tyreek was on the All-NBA third team. And then I scrolled through them there. Tyreek Evans actually was on the All-Defensive first team, along with Josh Smith. So those two are good defensive players. But I have a feeling that's because I usually use them, like I'm usually controlling them the most. Going on here, I'm simulating the playoffs, and as you can see, OKC beats Houston, and then Dallas beats San Antonio in 6. Lakers take down the Los Angeles Clippers. Denver beats Golden State, and Miami takes down Atlanta. The Bobcats take down the Knicks 4-1. That's funny. Chicago beats Philly, and Boston beats Indiana. So I was pretty surprised by the Bobcats won, but Miami beats them, and that was actually in 7 games as well. So I don't know what they did during the season. They must have made a big trade, or I don't know what happened exactly there. But Boston swept Chicago to move on, and you also see Lakers winning as long as OKC. So it ended up OKC winning in 6, Miami winning in 6. So we got the actual finals of this year, as Miami takes the first game 100-59, 41-point deficit, and then they take the second game only by 7 this time. Third game, we're gonna go see what Miami does. They take it as well. So will it be a sweep? No, it won't. OKC wins that one, so keeping on here. OKC, can they pull out another? Yes, they do. Can OKC push it for a 7-game series? Yes, they can. Can they come back, though? I'm waiting for it. Can they come back and win it? No. The Heat win the NBA championship. So it worked out. Not exactly. The games weren't all the same, but Miami ended up being winners, just like in real life, so that's kind of cool. And LeBron James is the MVP of, I believe that's the finals or the playoffs MVP. Either way, he's the MVP. I believe these are retirements, so you can go through them. A couple big ones, Jason Kidd, and I believe he got inducted to the Hall of Fame or something like that. Marcus Camby going out of there, and also Kurt Thomas. And I believe, yes, Jason Kidd. These are the ones going to Basketball Hall of Fame. Yes, Jason Kidd was inducted. He was the only one out of that group, but there wasn't that many big shots in that group. Going to our player progression. I love player progression in off-season, in any game, in Madden, in NBA. So it's awesome to see Tyreek went up a big, like he skyrocketed up to an 82. Josh Smith didn't really go anywhere. Anthony Randolph, he went up 5 too. Paul George went up 4. Michael Conley only went up 2. I guess we only had him for about half the season. Jason Richardson, kind of shocked around here, went down by 3. So we might have to get rid of Jay Rich to get a better defensive player. Tony Allen, I kind of understood why he went down because he didn't get that many minutes. But he's a good defensive player, especially on the perimeter. So we're going to keep him around for now at least. Whiteside went up by 4 despite rarely playing. And of course you can tell like Radmanovich isn't going to go up by much when he just basically sat on the bench, and he's getting old as well. So he doesn't have that much potential to go through. So we have no lottery picks, and I believe our only pick is like the 20th. And another thing I might as well just go to and touch on right now is the draft class that I picked. I didn't really look at it beforehand, I just picked it, so it's pretty bad. It's not even near what the real draft class would have been, but that's too bad. But they got all the guys in there, their order is just really messed up. So as you'll see here, the top 7, Timberwolves get the 7th, Bucks 6th, Cavaliers 5th, Raptors, they have the number 1 shot, they got the 4th pick, and Pistons got the 1st, followed by the Nets. So here you can see, yes, we do have the 20th pick, and we got to trade around. We only got the 20th pick. That ain't going to get us much, and we need somebody good. Definitely somebody good. And as you can see, I believe these are all the guys, like the ones that declined are going to go to the free agency. So you see a big one there was Chris Paul. And I believe the other one I just go through and show you them because, I don't know, maybe you wanted to see them, but they weren't really important. I cut it right there. So these are the guys that are yet to re-sign with me, and I wasn't too sure if I was going to get Tyler Honeycutt. He doesn't really get that much playing time, and he's not really the type of player I like. I offered him a contract. We'll see what happens with him. I actually don't even remember what happened with him. But as you can see, the mock draft, you can see it's a little bit messed up. Of course, Anthony Davis was like 7th on that list, not 1st. Some of it was good, some of it was bad, but that's basically how it goes, because I didn't really have an idea of what was going on with that. Anyways, we go to the trades, and we want to get some picks, so we're going to be a huge trade right here. Trade our 20th pick, get a 13th and a 29th for Jay Rich. JJ Redick, I believe, was involved, and Hassan Whiteside. I don't even know. I didn't even look at it. I don't know what I was doing there. But nonetheless, I believe those are the guys involved. Obviously, you can see. So we got 2 more picks, and we got rid of some old guys on our team, as well as we're trying to improve our defense. But also, we lose our 3-point aspect with Jay Rich and JJ Redick going. So we got to improve that as well. So I'm just showing you guys this. Anthony Davis goes to the Timberwolves, so that's going to be a big gain for the Timberwolves, and I believe Harrison Barnes did go first. There's a trade right there. The Suns moved down to pick 12, and I believe ours is coming quick. We got the 13th, right? The 13th and the 29th, all in the 1st, so I like that. I thought I could sim it to my pick. I don't know why they don't have that feature, but whatever. We get offered the 9th for Turkoglu and give him Josh Smith. I don't really like that because basically the only guy, I think actually the 9th would have moved us up to a pretty good spot. It would have moved us up to I forget, maybe Jared Solinger, I think. I don't know. That's who we were kind of targeting. I want a big man in the beginning, either him or a small forward. And as you'll see, the Suns are one ahead of us, and they're going to take Andre Drummond. That was the guy that I wanted, because I would have took him at 9th, but I didn't want to get rid of Josh Smith for him. Like, that doesn't make any sense in my eyes. So that's how that went. But basically, these are the guys that I had left. Gilchrist was one of them, and also Perry Jones. Those were the 2 ones that I mainly focus on because they were the top 2, and I wasn't too sure what I was going to do here. I wasn't too familiar with either player because this was this was a couple months ago when I did this. Like, I haven't recorded NBA in a while, but I've just been slowly getting it out. So I wasn't too sure. I almost went with Gilchrist, and then I just contemplated forever, and I forgot beforehand that I went to the training session and trained Perry Jones or whatever, the scouting thing, and his shot absolutely sucked. Like, his form was so off that I couldn't even make a shot. I couldn't even get in the green. So I drafted him. So immediately I got to trade him. As soon as I found out, as soon as I took him in to a practice, I realized his shot sucks. It might not suck in real life. It might look fine. But in this draft class, it just blows. But anyways, we get offered a trade here, and I could have possibly got Gilchrist along with the 2013 pick. But I went I didn't go with it. And then here I could have gave him Tony Allen, but I wanted to keep Tony Allen, and that would have gave me the 2012 Hornets pick in the first round, or first round. But I wasn't too sure about that because I don't even know if I would make it to that off season. So maybe I'll just stay away from those 2013 picks for now. Tyler Zeller, we decide to go with. Don't really know anything about him. I just randomly picked because it was basically a second round pick, and I believe he was actually projected like 30th or second round, one or the other. Then we get into free agency, which I wanted to improve our big men because we only got Anthony Randolph and Josh Smith, and that really doesn't do because they're both power forwards. I wanted a big center, and who other than JaVale McGee is a big center? I know he's dumb, but that doesn't really apply to this game, so he's perfect. And as you'll see, those were some of the big guys that were in the free agency, and we need a three-point player, but we also need a good defender, and I decided that would work out for Batum, so I decided to get him. I need to improve at small forward because I wasn't keeping Perry Jones there for now. And then you'll see here, basically, here's my roster, and here's the minutes. Of course I gotta change all the roles and stuff. It's not correct yet, but this is basically my roster as of now. But I'm gonna make some trades during, I believe, right away. As soon as we get into the season, I start making some trades, and hopefully the second season will go by a bit faster because I'm simming more games. Because I do want to get to the next off season, but I wasn't sure if I would. But as you'll see, it's a pretty good roster as of now. Of course, we got Tyreek and Conley, who both need to be a starter, but they're both point guards. So I got to throw in Evans at shooting guard, which works out for him. And Paul George is going to back him up. And you'll see I got a lot of guys that need minutes on this team because they're really young, good players. But basically, that's how it worked out. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.